Hi everybody, this is Travis. You're at Tpull's Corner, and we are doing Travis Plays the Premade series. So we do this, we take one deck for the whole week and we play a bunch of bite-sized videos, just 1 or 2 matches each day, and show you how the deck works. This is one of the 10 Premades that Wizards made when we had the big rotation in September. They gave us Armed and Dangerous was one of them, and we'll go through it today. And then just tune in the next few days and you get to play all the matches. We'll make this an index card in the upper right so you can refer back to it. But we're just going to go over the deck real quick. So it's red and white. You got the 4 tap lands that they give you. They give you 1 pathway as normal. The one land that they don't normally play with, that we get to play with this time, is Axguard Armory. Enters the battle tapped. It's good for white. But if you have 2 red mono, 1 white, and 1 colorless, you can sacrifice the land, search your library for an R card and or an equipment card, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle. So this is an artifact deck. It's an equipment deck. They want you to put out a bunch of cheap creatures, arm them real quick, equip them real quick, and this is just one other way to do it in case you've got, say, a bunch of creatures out and you don't have enough equipment, or you don't have the right equipment and you want to get something specific. So the quick overview, we've got 19 creatures, 7 equipments, and 24 lands. Okay, let's go over the equipment first. Okay, we've got Dancing Sword. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When it dies, you can have it become a 2/1 artifact creature with flying and ward 1. If you don't, if you do it, it's no longer an equipment. It becomes an artifact creature. You got Rune of Sustenance, which is an aura rune, which kind of works like equipment in a sense. You can put this on equipment. You can put it on you could actually put it on a land. You can put it on a creature. But as long as the enchanted permanent is a creature, the creature has lifelink. If you put it, say you put it on Dancing Sword, the Dancing Sword would have lifelink. But it replaces itself. Once you get it out, you get to draw a card. We have Rune of Speed. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card as well. You can put it on a creature and it has haste, or you can put, like I said, you could put it on the Dancing Sword, and if you equip the Dancing Sword on a creature, the creature would have haste because the Dancing Sword has haste, and the Dancing Sword is equipped on the creature. So a lot of what you want to do, if you can help it, is when you get the runes, and you don't have to if you don't have the equipment out yet, but you want to wait till you have an artifact out that you can equip the artifact. So if you lose the creature, the Rune of Speed and Rune of Sustenance will still be on the equipment, and you can just equip it on a new creature and get the benefit. Other equipment, Scavenge Blade. When it enters, you get to attach it to the target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. There's 2 of those. These are ideally, you don't want to put these out on the field because they cost more to equip later, right? So if you can, the order is important and preferable. If you get a creature out first, then you put out the equipment and it automatically attaches without having to pay that equip cost later. We have one of the best ones, Maul of the Skyclays. It attaches as soon as it enters the battlefield. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and flying and first strike. That's nice. 3 Dwarven Hammers from the Kaldheim expansion. You can just pay it for 3 and put it down on the field. If you have 5, you can create a 2/1 Red Dwarf Berserker creature, and the Dwarven Hammer automatically attaches to it. A creature gets +3/+0. So if you pay the 5, you can have a 5/1 Dwarf Berserker with Trample. If not, you're paying 3 later and giving another creature +3 and Trample. Kagan War Leader. Other warriors you control get +1/+0. That's not an equipment, that's a creature. Whereas there's one more thing in here before we get to all the creatures. Legendary Artifact Equipment. So this is from Halvar, the god legendary creature from Kaldheim. Creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike, and at the beginning of each combat you can move the target or is our equipment attached to a creature to another creature if you want. If you play the Sword of the Realms, equipped creature gets +2 and has vigilance, and whenever the equipped creature dies, you return it to its owner's hand. They only give you 1 copy of this card, so you got to choose and decide which one you want to do. I usually pick Sword of the Realms to bring a creature back to my hand. Okay, so that's all the equipment and auras. Let's go back to the warriors themselves. Kargan War Leader gives other warriors +1/+1. Most of the rest of these guys are going to be warriors. So start at the 1-drops. Kitesail Cleric is the exception from Zendikar. 1/1 flyer. You almost never pay the kicking cost. Fireblade Charger. If you can equip it at the same turn you bring it out, it has haste. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So one of the big goals of this particular deck is to increase the strength of the Fireblade Charger with things like, that's why you have Scavenge Blade. All it does is give you a +2, but a +2 on Fireblade Charger, if the Fireblade Charger dies, it deals this damage to any target. So if you need to take out a 6/6 creature, you can block with this. He's equipped with that thing. He's a 3/1, deals the 3 points of damage, and then when he dies, you can have it deal 3 more damage. So that's the nice thing about having a 1/1 creature that can take out a 6/6 creature. We've got Beskir Shieldmate. When they die, a 1/1 white human warrior creature token appears. He's a warrior, so it's kind of a warrior tribal deck. Core Blade Master, Core Warrior with double strike, so you really want to pump up his power because the double strike really becomes a force multiplier. 3 removals with Royal Eruption. They have the kicker, you can do extra damage. Let's see what else. Arnie Broken Brow, legendary human berserker with haste. You can, when he attacks, you can pay the 1 to boast and change his base power to 1 plus the greatest power of any other creature. Usually, I mean, a lot of these creatures that we just went through are 1 and 2 drops that aren't going to be more powerful than him, but if they're equipped with an artifact, they will be. So you could see like a Beskir Shieldmate with Scavenge Blade would have 4, and you could pay 1 mana when Arnie comes out and attacks and make him 4. I'm sorry, it's 1 plus the greatest power, so he'd be 4 plus 1, right? So he would be 5. Let's see, anybody that we missed? Oh, yeah, we've got like 3 or 4 others. We've got the more expensive spells. But before I forget, there's one other 1-cost mana that is really a superhero if you manage to get it out. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a warrior, you can attach an equipment you control to it. So this can be a really big surprise if you have only 1 untapped white mana source left and your opponent's attacking. And, you know, they're attacking with like a 5/5 creature or something, and you have a, say you have a Core Blade Master sitting there, right? And he's a 1/1, right? He's gonna die. Well, you could attach a Scavenge Blade sitting around, and suddenly he'll be a 3/1 double striker. And with the +2/+2, he'll be a 5/3 double striker, and suddenly the 5/5 dies from the first strike. Your Core Blade Master is still alive, and suddenly equipped with the Scavenge Blade. So this card is lovely for a surprise attack or defense. Okay, the Superstar Bruenor Battlehammer Dwarf Warrior Legendary 5/3. Each creature you control gets +2 for each equipment attached to it, and you can pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate each turn. So every turn you have, whether the equipment is already equipped on another creature or not, you do get 1 free move, basically 0 cost to you, to move anything around on any creature you want. Showdown of the Scalds. This is just a lovely card to have in any red-white deck. Exile the top 4 cards of your library, and then you can play those cards for the next couple turns. For those next couple of turns, whenever you cast a spell, whether it's from this exiled cards or from the cards in your hand, you get a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Pigment Storm, 5 damage target creature. Excess damage is dealt to the creature's controller instead. Warhold Command with 4 choices. I am usually using this to give my creatures +1 and gain Indestructible and haste. Sometimes it's a defensive card. A lot of times you can do the one, deal 3 damage to any target. Target player gains 3 life. You can also create a 3/2 red and white speech or creature token, or sacrifice a permanent and draw 2 cards. And I usually sacrifice an extra land at that point if I'm doing that. 2 Shepherd of the Cosmos, 3/3 flyers. They cost 6 to get out, but you can foretell them. Usually you do foretell them first, and then they only cost 4 to get out. So you got a 3/3 flyer for 4. When the Shepherd enters the battlefield, you can return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's the first 2 rows that we have there. And we have 2 alternate, dual mode cards, so they can be land or they can be an Akum Warrior with Trample. And that's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin. If you haven't played the deck yet, go ahead and watch these videos over the next few days. We'll try and discover the advantages, point out the weaknesses, and at the end of the final day, we'll go ahead and do a deck tech upgrade and make suggestions as to what we might remove and what we might add in to make the thing better. Because everything can always be improved, right? So stay with us for the rest of the week. Remember to like and subscribe, share the videos with a friend, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks. Have a good one.